Warning. What you are about to witness is a man trying to escape the inevitable. This video is satire. It's way out of pocket, and it's meant to bully the frauds who think they are bigger than they are. All claims made and evidence shown in this video was, and still is, public information. I'm just using it to tell the story extra spicy, purely for the community's entertainment pleasure. This isn't about being righteous or politically correct. This is about exposing these frauds. This is about setting an example. You want to be a fraud? The Boogeyman will get you. You want trader entertainment? Tune into the Nightmare Network.
In the prop firm industry, there is unfortunately a lot of shady people, and firms. But fortunately for you, you've came to the Funded Futures family. The only futures prop firm founded by traders for traders.
My name is Danny, also known as Danny's Trades. I've been trading futures for 5 years and have made 7 figures trading futures I founded FFF for traders just like you and me, so you guys can get funded and make money trading futures. I have been trading with prop firms for 5 years now, ever since they first came out with futures prop firms. This year alone, I have made
$400,000. Before he was the quiet king of copy-pasted Discord motivation, before he was selling get-funded dreams like MLMs sell essential oils, he was just Jacob, a trader based in Colorado with a Robinhood account and a Wi-Fi router held together by hope and ambition. Back in the day, and we're talking pre-prop firm era, JDun actually posted real content. He built his name trading options on SPY and QQQ, slinging call-outs and quoting motivational quotes like they were SEC filings. And to be fair, he was good. He had receipts. He posted broker statements. He showed his entire process. He gave back to his community. He helped and mentored his fellow trader. He was one of us until he wasn't. Because somewhere between backtesting 0 DTEs and realizing how much money there was in monetizing new traders, the mask came on. The trades stopped, the transparency died, and a cult was born. He rebranded overnight. From JDun Trades, the options guy, to JDun the futures guru, the quiet, humble, low-risk sniper with enough pastel PDF templates to make Etsy jealous. And suddenly he wasn't trading. He was teaching. He wasn't showing broker statements. He was quoting testimonials. He wasn't responding to questions. He was blocking people. His Discord wasn't a community anymore. It was a mega church, and JDun was the pastor. Soft-spoken, adored, and never questioned. He was the golden boy, a star of his own film called Ego Mixed with Narcissism. Because if you did question, you'd find yourself reborn in the next server with a new name and a mysteriously disappearing bank account. So when people say, "Bro, why are you coming at JDun like that? He's helped thousands." Just remember this. Even Bernie Madoff helped people get rich for a little while. And here's the real kicker. He plays the good guy. You know the type. Calm voice, soft background music, clean hoodie. Talks about discipline, mindset, and just wanting to help. Let me make this painfully clear. Beware of any man in this industry who goes out of his way to appear spotless, because the ones who work the hardest to look clean are usually the ones doing the dirtiest shit behind the scenes. Behind every "just here to help the community" post is a WAP shop invoice. Behind every family first tweet is a $625,000 membership funnel. Behind every "trust me, I'm not like the others" smile is a Discord full of silence, red flags, and broken promises. You want to spot the villain in the trading world? Look for the one who keeps telling you he's the hero. Let's get one thing straight. JDun was never the humble, silent sniper he pretends to be. He was loud, he was flashy, he was everywhere. The Lambo photos, the airport flexes, the just gave my waitress $2,000 for being nice. TikToks.
Giving servers massive tips, biggest one yet.
You did a rock star job. It came out good vibe. I'm gonna bless you with a rock star tip. Is there any number you want it to be? Anything that'll help you? Pick any number.
I don't know, like what?
You tell me. You got the pen in your hand.
Can I just say surprise me?
What's the biggest tip you've ever got?
Maybe like
100?
Yeah.
So we're gonna crank that up big time today. What's your cost of rent? Your car? Like what's your monthly cost of living?
I don't know, probably like right around
2,000. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cover a month and then $100 because life's expensive. So for you.
Are you sure?
Of course. Thank you.
Oh my God.
You did amazing. You did amazing. Thank you. Y'all gotta spread the love these days. There's not a lot.
God, thank you.
There's not a lot these days in the world. So thank you for
Thank you guys.
everything.
That means a lot.
Of course. I used to serve her for back in the day too, so I'd come back in.
Really?
And,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Thank
not
you.
this one, but
Thank you.
yeah, good vibes to you. Thank you so much for helping us tonight.
Thank you. I'm gonna go like sob.
Yeah, that wasn't humility. That was high production financial cosplay. This man didn't just want you to know he was making money. He wanted you to feel poor watching him do it. He'd post videos casually out in public with his face half in the camera, standing in Whole Foods like he's about to buy Enlightenment off aisle 6. He wasn't teaching you how to trade. He was flexing so hard it hurt your self-esteem. And then he told you he could fix that if you just joined the family. He bragged about how much he made per day, per month, per year. It was like watching someone read their 1040 form out loud in auto-tune. And here's where the grift hits peak performance. He made you believe that if you just followed his every word, his signals, his structure, his sermons, you too could reach the promised land. But the promised land wasn't real. It was a green-screened Instagram story with violin music slapped on it. And this man of the people who preached discipline and minimalism, yeah, he once bragged about driving a humble Honda, a car that literally doesn't exist. Spoiler alert, but we'll get to that later. With receipts. And let's talk about how far he took the performance. He filmed himself giving money to strangers. He recorded himself tipping servers like he was changing their lives. All for views, all for clout. He wasn't generous. He was campaigning, trying to buy your admiration in $100 installments, one Starbucks barista at a time. But the most disgusting move? Using his own grandmother's medical emergency as marketing content. This man stood in a hospital, filming a monologue with tears queued up like a TikTok draft, using her condition as a motivational metaphor for why you should grind harder and never give up. Because nothing sells like struggle. And when you don't have receipts for your trades, you sell pain instead. This wasn't a trader. This was a walking algorithm, built for virality, programmed for profit. Everything was calculated. Every post was strategic. Every thank you for the support message was bait. So when people say, but he's helped so many people. Yeah, just like every manipulator with a ring light and a Shopify funnel. You didn't follow a mentor, you followed an illusion, a brand, a performance. And like all performances, it was scripted. But what happens when the performance becomes impossible to keep up? What happens when someone from inside the machine, a trusted voice, a fellow grifter turned whistleblower, calls bullshit? Enter Nate Trades, JDun's right-hand man, one of his first mods, close friends, and and internal Team Bull employees. The type of guy who defended him through everything. Until the mask slipped one too many times. Because Nate didn't just leave. He told the world why. In a now public Twitter thread, linked below for the record. Nate laid it out. The community shifted from actual trading value to being entirely focused on brand and marketing. Let me translate that for you. JDun stopped trading, stopped teaching, stopped caring. Because once the money started flowing, once the monthly Discord dues started stacking, the trades didn't matter anymore. Only the brand did. Only the illusion. What started as a trading group turned into a content marketing engine with a $125 paywall. You weren't learning anymore. You were being farmed for engagement, for testimonials, for screenshots to sell the next sucker. And when Nate voiced his concerns, he didn't get a conversation. He didn't get a thank you. He didn't even get a goodbye. He got cut off, blocked, silenced. Because in cults disguised as communities, truth is the enemy. And anyone who threatens the image gets erased. This isn't the story of a humble mentor. It's the story of a man so obsessed with control, he nuked his own friendships to protect the lie. Now that's a hell of a segue into what comes next. Ready to follow the money? Now that we've dismantled the persona, let's talk about the real hustle. Because this isn't a community, it's not mentorship, and it damn sure ain't trading education. It's a business. A high-margin, subscription-based, algorithm-fueled ATM. And it's printing faster than the Fed during COVID. But here's where it gets devious. Danny Trades and JDun didn't just link up, they merged. That's right. Team Bull Trading and Traders evolved, combined their communities, cross-promoted their audiences, and funneled all that hype into one massive marketing machine behind Funded Futures family. Once upon a time, Danny Trades decided to crown JDun as CEO of Funded Futures family. Not because he built a company, but because he brought in more affiliate signups than your favorite OnlyFans model.
Actually, and then I brought in JDun. I called JDun, and I brought JDun in for affiliate marketing, right? That was the main reason I had brought JDun in, was for affiliate marketing. But I won't speak a lot on that side of things. But I brought him in for affiliate marketing, and but we both ended up trying to run the company, right? So, you know.
But what came next wasn't just a promotion, it was a fusion. Like some corny anime arc where two delusional characters joined forces to become an even bigger fraud. Team Bull Trading and Traders evolved. Both of their Discord communities were officially merged. Yup. They took two bags of air, zipped them together, and called it a trading empire. They were cross-promoting, rebranding together, selling evaluations under one flag. This wasn't just about making money. This was about building a cult-like echo chamber where everyone echoed the same thing. JDun is a good guy. He just wants to help. Danny changed my life. $259 for a dream? Sign me up. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, these weren't traders. They were growth hackers in trading costumes. And to make sure the illusion stayed alive, they flexed everything. JDun posting his monthly P&L numbers like it was gospel, tipping waitresses absurd amounts, on camera, of course, flashing lifestyle photos, shoes, chains, cars, and my personal favorite, the infamous humble Honda Flex. For a car that doesn't even exist. We'll get to that. I got receipts. They weren't showing you real trading. They were selling you hope. Wrapped in Lambos, Discord giveaways, and fake humility. Because when someone goes out of their way to build a squeaky, clean, good guy persona, you better watch your wallet. It's always the positive vibes only gurus that have the darkest secrets. And in this case, the secret was that this wasn't a prop firm built to fund traders. It was a money printer, with the ink coming from your $259 payments and the illusion of opportunity keeping the machine rolling. So when you see JDun giving humble Honda sermons on Twitter, remember, this was all part of a bigger play. A play to build the illusion of leadership, trust, and relatability, while behind the curtain, they were stacking the deck. Let's do the math. Grab your calculator, or don't. I already did it for you. Team Bull Trading, 68,352 total members. Verified 5,000 plus paying subscribers at $125 per month. That's $625,000 a month, or $7.5 million a year. And that's just the warm-up. Then comes Funded Futures family. This is where it gets sick, because this isn't some mentorship upsell. It's a full-blown funnel system designed to monetize your failure. FFF has 45,090 active members, most of them paying $259 a month for evaluations, aka trading obstacle courses that 90% statistically never pass. That's $11.6 million. Every single month, let that sink in, that's $140 million a year. From people chasing a funding dream that's built to break them. Now you might think those numbers are wild. No way. Let's take a second to compare that illusion to real numbers. Top Step Trader, pulling in over $162 million a year with nearly 900 employees. Apex Trader funding, close to $92 million with over 600 employees. These are actual structured businesses, except Apex. But we'll be exposing that fire festival soon enough. And yet somehow, if you think Funded Futures family with 45K active users isn't somewhere in that same neighborhood, either they are inflating how well they're actually performing, or you're lying to yourself, or worse, you're still trusting them. This isn't education. It's a casino dressed like a classroom. And the house always wins, because they built the house. They own the dice, and every time you blow your account trying to trust the process, they're cashing out, while you're screenshotting your third reset. But it's not just the scale, it's the strategy. They're not incentivized to make you better. They're incentivized to keep you locked in. Just struggling enough to stay subscribed, just improving enough to keep the dream alive, but never winning. Because if you win too fast, you stop paying. This is financial grooming. They build you up, they break you down. Then they sell you the solution to a problem they created. It's not a family, it's a pipeline. And the end of that pipeline, a graveyard of broken traders and a $147 million empire built on their bones. So now we know the business model, we've seen the revenue, we've followed the money. But there's one detail that exposes the entire house of cards. They don't want you to get funded. No, seriously. Let's break it down. Funded Futures family is a prop firm evaluation platform. They sell you on a dream. Pass this challenge, prove you're consistent, and we'll give you the bag. Sounds noble. Sounds fair. But here's the scam buried under the fine print. You're not buying access to capital. You're buying access to the attempt. $259 a month just to take a test. And if you fail, too bad. Try again. And again. And again. Statistically, over 90% of traders fail these evaluations. And FFF, they know this. Hell, they bank on it. That's why their entire revenue model is based on recurring resets. Not funded traders, not success. Their best customer is the one who keeps failing. The one who's so close. The one who just needs one more reset. It's a psychological trap wrapped in a trading platform. And here's where it gets dark. While real prop firms like Top Step or Apex have full-time staff, regulation oversight, and actual accountability, FFF is basically two influencer-run Discords taped together, selling reset packages like candy at a scam carnival. You're not trading for a seat at a firm, you're trading for the chance to keep trading. and you're paying for every single spin. They tell you, you're just not ready yet. Keep pushing. Trust the process. But what they don't tell you is, the process is the product. They're not trying to get you funded. They're trying to keep you subscribed. Now here's the real twist. Remember that humble Honda marketing Jacob was pushing? That Lambo hating, I'm not like these other guys brand? Yeah. Well, it turns out his public humility was privately funded by the exact behavior he condemned. He didn't reject the prop firm game. He monetized it. And with Danny's blessing, they branded the whole operation as a revolutionary movement. Traders evolved, Team Bull, Funded Futures Family, all merged, all monetized, all methodically manufactured. They sold you on brotherhood, on growth, on support. What they were really selling was a pipeline to nowhere. A digital hamster wheel with a payout you'd never reach, but a monthly payment you never missed. Because hope is a hell of a drug, and they were your dealer. Let's be clear. Real prop firms want traders who win. FFF wants traders who reset. Real traders aim for profit. Triple F aims for retention. Real leadership tells you the truth. This leadership sells you a dream, then blames you when it dies. The paradox is simple. The more you trust them, the longer you stay. The longer you stay, the more you lose. And the more you lose, the richer they get. Welcome to the Upside Down. If you've ever wondered why no one speaks out, it's because they can't. Inside Funded Futures Family, transparency is treason. Accountability is an attack. And asking where are the payouts is treated like a terrorist threat. This isn't a community. This is a cult. The Church of Trading Scientology. You question the doctrine, you're labeled negative energy. You challenge the strategy, you're told you don't have the right mindset. You want proof of JDun's trades? You're blocked, banned, and labeled a hater because they don't run on truth. They run on toxic positivity. The kind that says, keep going, King. Failure is part of the process. Just trust the plan. All while quietly siphoning $259 a month from your account like a bad OnlyFans subscription with no content. They don't need to win trades. They just need you to stay positive, because positivity equals silence, and silence equals profit. You're not allowed to question JDun. You're not allowed to ask why the P&L screenshot stopped. You're not allowed to ask why people keep failing evaluations. Because if you ask, you're not aligned. And alignment is the new obedience. Smile, nod, copy-paste gratitude, or get thrown into the digital void. This isn't about education anymore. It's about control. A sanitized echo chamber where wins are reposted like propaganda and losses are swept under the rug. Where every single criticism is met with, stay focused, bro. The real ones know what's up. Nah. The real ones are tired of pretending. This was never about helping traders. It was about helping themselves to your attention, your money, and your blind loyalty. So here's your warning. If you're watching this and still saying, you're just a hater, they helped me pass, you're reaching, then congrats. You've officially graduated from Discord user to devoted disciple. Just remember, the silence, that's the confession. The fake trades, that's the proof. And the community, that's the trap. This isn't trading, this is religion. But your prophet is a marketer.